Hey everyone, Temporal here, and for this game we are going to be reviewing a tank player, ball player I believe. There we go, that's why we're starting a couple minutes into this. As you see, we missed the first 2 minutes of game, less than 2 minutes of real game. First death there, and we are looking at this. I believe this is a 3900 placement game for ball, and we want to see what we can do to help this player out. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do feel free to like and subscribe. Or if, let's go back there. Or if you're looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below. And down there, you'll be able to join, see what my rates look like, connect with other people that are getting coaching, all that good stuff. So I like the flank path back. We're just being thrown into this game because I didn't watch the first 2 minutes either. You're up here, you immediately trigger the mine. And you're moving at normal speed. Let's slow this down for a second to see what you're going for. So you're trying to roll off and then roll back for the pile drive. And then are you changing your mind because you saw the diva? You could be changing your mind because you saw the diva and then decide you want the Zen here. If you roll out here to get the health pack and then do that, we'll decide that's what you were thinking. Yeah, okay, so you did that to leave, and you don't want the fight with the Zen either. You're just going to leave. Okay. My tendency is that your engagement timing is wrong if you're not willing in any way to take this fight. Yeah. If we look at this, you come back. Got your Widow still back there. You're thinking, hey, I've got to touch the cart. You do qualify for a quick cart touch here. You pull some eyeballs to you. No, this is reasonable. You wanted to push the Widow. You saw the diva. You said, no, I'm out. Went down here. Did get a touch on the cart to slow it down. Go for the mini pack. And that's pulling eyeballs to you for your Mercy boosted Zen to peak and relieving pressure off your Sigma. Okay, I'm good with this. I don't really like you being on this angle when you knew that the Widow very recently was right here. I don't like you staying here as long as you did, but she's gone. That's fine. Let the Discord fall, fine. Good job. So nice now that she's reduced health. It's weird. I know you know that he's going to pile drive into the ground, but it is a little weird that you were tracking the ground so hard there. Like, the downward flick shouldn't be too hard for you at this level, but let's take a look. So you're body blocking for the Mercy, and then you're clearing the Discord. Yep. You swing, you intentionally swing a little on the outside. You wanted to hit her and to block her. You only blocked her, which is fine. Don't take too much here. You did what you needed to. You need to clear this Discord. But you can't. I mean, your Tracer, fine. If this is what you're doing, you should be over here. Like, okay, you're hitting the pile drive, but you need to immediately get out and let your Tracer do the work while you just minimize the damage you take if you're going to fight this discorded stuff. But, okay.
Into the iris.
Okay, now you're in stall mode. That's fine. That's fine. You were counting on your... not counting on, but you were hoping your Tracer and Widow could win it while you locked cart down. I think the pile drive was a bit much in terms of, hey, you're putting yourself at needless risk here, but that's fine. It was not enough payoff for having done that while near them, discorded, etc. Without real cover in the way. It's fine, push it back. Good job. You gonna take high ground or play from down here? No, 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 no. You know better than this. Do you have excellent cover up here, excellent support fire going on? You don't. This is just you pushing into a 1v4 for no good reason. If you wanted to, 2v4 now. If you wanted to do this, you were coming in on the flanks, man. You were rolling across and coming in here, or you were coming out here where you can threaten to immediately boop them off into the water. You can go, yo-yo them in and out. There was no reason to make a direct assault on them. You're not a full dive comp. You're a partial dive comp. You aren't going, we're just gonna dive. I mean, even if you were a full dive comp, you'd want to get a better surround than this. Like, you don't just go straight at the enemy while they're looking at you into superior numbers. You take your flanks. You are a flank tank. Yeah. I blame you for forcing this dive for Tracer getting eliminated there. And you. Better. You want to roll up and help him? Yeah. Did you have roll yet? I think you were just slow. You might have not had it yet. Tether, excuse me. So you go here. Oh. That was the moment I wanted. My bad. Roll through there. You see that. You don't need to boost that because that's potentially just going to put the Tracer deeper. Now you want to roll. You don't have it yet. You don't have it yet. You don't have it yet. And you do the instant you have it. Okay, that's fine. No, you need to leave. I know, I want it too, but you gotta leave. Good. Good pressure. You can't stay in. Unfortunate. See that again. Saw this. Go here. In terms of what's up team-wise, yeah, you have enough to be doing this. Pressure on this Widow's never going to work. It's got to be on the Mercy, which you quickly adjust for. And then realize that you're not really in this, so you're going to take your shields off of them. You're going to hit your slam. Your Widow hits her shot. Excellent. And you know that you've got to disrupt this res. She is 100% going to go for this res. And the longer you stay here, the more health and shields you're going to lose, so the less likely you're going to be able to come back and disrupt it. So do you instantly leave? You do. Okay, that was reasonable. Not quite enough, but reasonable. I mean, really just a case of you got stalled ever so slightly. And you sort of wait there for a second, possibly to aim that tether, to think about that tether, but that is costing you the relevant time. Yeah, she's already raising. Yeah, so I think there was a little delay for you thinking through, okay, where do I need to aim to make this tether loop me around, etc., and that cost you. So that's just practice. You'll get faster on the geometry. Okay, you can't really make this stop anymore. Don't bother. They have a minefield, they have Valk, you're down 2. This is over, you're letting them have the point. No. They're gonna chew through your shields, and they're gonna get real damage on you. Yeah, they got the point as we expected. nothing wild there. So that was a feat. It's fine.
Maximum. Scanning for targets.
No, you can't really challenge her. She's got the mega. She's better in the straight duel than you. You can contest her a little bit, but you got to make sure you have the appropriate support to do so. Okay. It's fine. I don't think you timed that right. You have your belt going. You want to use it aggressively. You go for the bowl because you can't turn sharp enough for the mercy. Fine. That trans is still going. I'm going to slow this down. That trans is still going. And you're like, oh, let me do this.
Area denied.
Okay, it's right as the trans ends. Okay, that's fair. I'm good. I actually thought that there was a second to a half second overlap there. So I'm wrong. You're right. Congratulations.
Minefield deployed.
Okay, so that's just a mechanic thing.
Navigating.
Good job. Stagger her a bit. Why aren't you up there scouting? Okay, got it. You're on the tracer. Fine. Yeah, I could pretty much tell you that was going to be trouble from the get-go. So, let's take a look. Close, 48 health, but hey, we'll take it. You get healed up. Both down one. This is pretty deep into their territory, and it's not really on a flank. You went right through, you know, the head of them to get in here. And you took damage on the way in, as you'll notice. You took meaningful damage on the way in. You're down under 400 health. It's a nice slam. And it's a nice slam in that you end up here, which means you can go back this way and close the angle on them pretty quickly. So I do like that. But this really was straight into them from the direction that they were already looking, and it's straight into a very big group of them without meaningful adaptive shield available. Yeah, without adaptive shield available. So this was always going to be tricky, and then you don't even go out the way that, you know, the high ground kept you safe, etc. You try to go out this way. Yeah, so that's fine. It was I mean, it's not fine. It was a little too direct. It was always going to get you into trouble.
Full speed.
I don't really like that you're just sitting out over here. Let's rewatch that. You're here. She goes down. You're gonna counter slam. Okay, you're gonna go disruptive, and you can get a big adaptive shield on the way. You get a reasonable adaptive shield. Yeah, that's a pretty reasonable one. I'm a little surprised that you go back out here directly to join your team. Your team has this and this already set up. I'm a little surprised that you don't go a little more over here. I mean, the problem is you won't keep your harmony. The tracer will. The tracer's gonna stay on you if you stay out here. Yeah, okay. I'm fine with that. I just don't like what this turns into, which is, but you're contesting card. Yeah, we'll go with it.
Nerf this.
Easy dodge. That's unfortunate. Sigma caught by the new nerfs. Pile drive for Diva? I know you wanted another one too there, but pile drive for Diva? No, not worth.
No one can hide from my sight.
Yeah, and I feel like we're still suffering from what I was concerned about earlier, which is should you have gone out here where you can then rotate around to get Diva, but I think Tracer wouldn't have left you alone, so yeah, you're right. Okay, so nothing too wild, nothing atrocious yet. Just a little more head-on than I'd necessarily like in some of those. Where you're going, oh, I'm gonna go straight through from the front, a bunch of you. And if you're doing like a full coordinated dive, sometimes yes, you swing in like a wrecking ball. But a little more from the side, from the back, etc., not in through the direction that they're all looking could help you. You're not doing a ton of swinging in from where all they're looking, but we can reduce that a bit further.
Ready for battle. Ready for battle.
I'm ready to kill.
You should be at peak performance levels.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Escort the payload.
Engaging. Repairs required.
Let's keep it moving.
Dein Schutzengel ist da.
Enemy reviving.
Yep. Take the greater number fights.
Let's keep it moving.
Okay, so you've got your Tracers and Widow. They've got their Hanzo Widow, so you're definitely going to have to be going for dives here. They are just Mercy Zen. Okay.
Dein Schutzengel ist da.
Enemy reviving.
You're trying to stay on the... No, you're not trying to stay on the Mercy. You're trying to do this one, and I was thinking it was greater numbers. You're balancing the fight. Okay. Don't get the knockoff there, and then the Mercy's able to come help. So you're in trouble, but your hog was done if you didn't go there. Options were that or stay on the Mercy. Okay.
Rolling out. Lowering shields.
Behind you.
I don't really like that hook because I don't know what you plan to do with it. Or that grapple. I'll show you. So you spent that. You spent that. And let's slow this down.
Behind you.
You don't have ammo, so I get it, but what are your thoughts of what you're going to do with this? There's no way you're getting a fireball in time to hit him there. So is the thought that he's going to retreat that way and you're going to catch him? Is that your thought? Or, because like, or is the thought that, okay, I'm done contributing to this fight and I'm now going to go over here? Is that the thought? Like, hey, I'll go over here and fight where this transcendence is going on? That doesn't seem like a particularly good idea. So I think the only interesting place to you always was back here, and your tether is wrong for building speed to go this way to try to knock the diva off or to try to hurt him if he retreats that way. So this tether, I just don't know what your plan was with this tether, and it looks like a mistake. I don't think this was thought far enough ahead. So so you were trying to fireball him. We can tell that now. You weren't trying to go this way. You were trying to fireball him. It's not enough distance, angle placement, etc. You can't get a fireball in time there, as you saw from this. So we can call that a mechanic thing. But you really weren't going to be able to place your tether in such a way to get a fireball to hit him if he was standing right here. You had to be further away. You could get Fireball if he was retreating this way, or you could set your tether differently and go this way and possibly knock this diva on the off the edge, at least cost her boosters. It's a little shaky. You have to, yeah, you have to, what do you call the Kustang in? Okay. Easy dodge. Reasonable kill. Generally, you're not, well, generally your teams are pretty balanced on their comp now, okay. No, there's too many. There's too many. As soon as you realize that, you're gonna leave. You can't stay in here. You can't. You're feeding. You're feeding. I like looking for staggers as much as the next guy, but all you had was your tracer. Clear the high ground, that's fine. Didn't get it, no big. Just two in the open. You needed to go right for that health pack, but okay. Little aware of the angles your team can hit. That was great. Oh, you saw that you could get him? How confident were you with that? I mind you have to drop this cord here. Oh, you're confident. Oh, whole hog got him. Got it. I was saying, I don't remember you knocking him, but that's because whole hog got him. Okay.
Rolling out.
One after another.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Scanning for targets.
Take your flank. Good.
My ultimate is ready.
You have the Harmony Orb, but you still can't fight three of them.
Payload's moving out.
Okay, now you're gonna battle for control a bit more, and now you're gonna leave. Good body block.
Proximity engaging.
Are you really still in this? They have a minefield going. They have Valk going. You're down one. I mean, this should mostly be just back up and reset, but okay. Maybe you're just farming ult. You're just trying to maintain your positioning. Okay, that works. Can't deny it. By the time you can hear it, it's too far away. I'm a little surprised you rolled out quite so far here. Like, you saw that Tracer was pretty spent. That Tracer's gonna have trouble getting out. I'm a little surprised we didn't see a roll onto it. Tether roll. But we'll get it here.
System restored.
My barrier's about to go.
Time to beat my APM.
Okay, there's your commit with that. They're going to answer with self-destruct. It's fine, you know where you have to go. And you're gonna zone out the supports. Don't stay here. Don't stay here. You don't need to. You'll never get the Elim. She's got a Harmony Orb now. You can see the Zen starting to peak. Just go back to here. Well, too late. Now, you know, there's that. But go back to here and guard like this. Don't guard shooting through this door. You don't have the help to do that. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Good stuff.
Score 3-3.
Just a little more judgment in terms of, I know your ball, you've got the adaptive shield, it's hard to punish you, you're super fast, you can get out of a lot of bad situations, but you're going into a few bad situations that you don't have to. We saw when you were going forward looking for those daggers, totally fine when you know, were getting up to, just go over there. When you didn't realize how many there were and you got up to here, no problem. Go for those daggers. When you got here and you could see 4 or 5 of them and it was just you and Tracer, no, absolutely. You need to leave faster than you did. So just I want a little better, faster judgment in terms of, hey, is this a situation it makes sense for me to be in? Or am I just going, oh, well, it'll be okay because I got out? Well, no, that's not generally true. You don't want to go into situations that are bad even if you can get out unless they serve a purpose, because a lot of your healing comes from health packs, which means ult charge for the enemy that's not mirrored for your supports. You don't feed as bad as Hog does, but you can feed pretty bad. Really? No knock attempt on the Zen? Okay. Yeah, I guess the Hog's watching you close enough. Doesn't have hook, now has hook. Good. That's just pressure, you're never going to accomplish anything real. Totally fine taking the fight with him if he gets so little out of his flash, which he did there. You don't have tether, you don't have that. Yeah, you have to leave. That's unfortunate. No, this is great. I'm glad you got it, but this was a case, as much as it sucks to lose the downtime, of waiting the extra second to get the health back would have been worth it.
No one can hide.
Nothing said you had to win that McCree fight. I know there was some distraction. I know. Like, it was good, but that was great. The trans. Good job. And you should have pushed into that a little harder to mine.
Pass into the
Stay.
You went full cart mine there, and cart mine isn't bad, but you should have pushed a little more towards the doorway side. Cluster your mines a little tighter. Okay. You're... okay, maybe you didn't make this.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
It was a small tempo for you to win there, but now they got it.
In transit.
No one can hide from my sight.
Good. Okay. Fine.
Round 3.
Nothing too wild there. Again, I didn't like... You got it, but I didn't like the McCurry challenge.
To 4.
Without waiting the extra probably 3/4 of a second or less for a health pack there.
Initiating match.
Well, it probably should have been a little more to the right, tighter in that, entryway they had to push through, but it wasn't ultimately going to matter because the solution was going to be Zen was going to transcend it through them like he did shortly thereafter, either way.
Ready for battle. Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming.
Ready to roll.
Escort the payload.
Time to raise my DPS.
Clear impact area.
Nicely done.
Weapons linked.
Time to raise my DPS.
From there, pile drive from here. And then just like that. So this is what I'm talking about. The number of enemies that are here, you can see the Ball, the Diva, the Widow, and the Mercy Beam. You can see all of these things, and you and your Tracer decided to go take this fight. No. Like, you don't want to go, oh, I'm going to drive right into you, etc. Your Hog is thinking about coming and help, but he's not in an impactful range yet. His hook can't hit from here, etc. This was a 2v4. Don't do these. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I was talking about earlier. And it's not like you're doing a ton of it, but you're doing some of these when you push up for staggers. And you just have to be a little more aware, because if you push up for staggers like this and you find a big group, well, you're a lot faster than the rest of your team, so you need to respect, okay, I can't actually do that. There's nothing here to stagger. Where if I am going to engage on this, I'm going to have to engage in it, after part of it has gone through and engage on its backline or something like that. Or I'm going to have to knock back its backline so its front line gets back earlier and change their speeds, etc. None of this, we're going to push in 2v4 like you did here, or 2v5 like you did back here. That's going to hurt. It's discorded. Fight it, even with the Mercy. Yep.
60 seconds remaining.
So you have to play with her sightlines. I mean, that Widow is very gettable for you. You just have to be more aware of, okay, what sightline am I going to approach on? She's going to be holding this sightline because this is the one that matters, which means you're going to have to, even though it seems like a long, big open space, come up through here if you want to contest her. Or, you know what, if you can get your team up here with reasonable health, yes, you can just slingshot yourself right at her because you don't have a head hitbox. But you need to get full health if that's what we're doing. Why? Why were you even doing that? You weren't at overtime yet. You got your harmony. They have a much better surround on you than you do on them. You probably need to be contesting these two back here rather than fighting in the front line. Yeah, this is the improper distribution of resources. And you definitely don't need to ever be breaking this plane. They have their Widow here. They have, their Zen, like, play from back here, play from this side, etc. If you're going to. But honestly, you don't want to break this plane. You know that there's a Widow there. We've known that there's a Widow there for a bit. Yeah, she's not going to hit a headshot on you, but they have a good surround on you. Why open yourself up to let more of them shoot at you? You play from over here, you sort of jiggle with the cart. You're really just going, hey, I'm going to kind of keep Diva out, make it a little expensive for Diva to come in. I'm going to try to sort of tie up these people by being here, by playing around cart, while my team deals with these guys back here, take their 3v2, etc. You don't need to be up here. Yeah, don't do that. Definitely don't circle again with this Discord. Your spot was right here. Just chill. Just dance with this, dance with this. Make the Diva come up here, where her Zen will still be able to see her, but the Zen can't see you. All that good stuff.
Ready for combat.
Heroes never die. You deserve this.
Standing coordinates.
10 seconds.
Okay, your team's never going to win if this stays here, so you're going to hook onto this and swing up behind this Widow, right? Right? No. No, that is not the swing. Okay. So that was probably you trying to swing up to the Widow, but that is not the swing. You need to do the loop through the back from the Widow and then drop the mines. Knocking Widow down, dropping the mines on the point. That was your play there. So overall, fine game. The things that you need to be more aware of is you're too willing to take, oh, it's me versus the world, or it's me and Tracer versus the world. And if you're taking those fights, sometimes you're going to do that, but you've got to be doing it from the sides, from the back, etc. Especially when you're pushing forward into, hey, let's get staggers, let's get trickles, etc. Be careful when you find a big group because you're walking right at them, or you're rolling right at them, and they're looking in your direction, and they're going to get good damage on you, etc. So be careful with those. And then same thing, when you were doing the, okay, I guess I have to babysit the card, I guess I have to keep these 4 out. Your job was to sort of keep those 4 out to slow them down a little, not to actively go, oh, how am I going to find an elimination on them? Use the cart, stay on the other side. That Widow wasn't in great positioning to contribute unless you went up there and gave her a shot. The Zen was in an okay spot, but he really was going to have to open his angle more to do more work, which makes him more vulnerable, which he doesn't want to do. Like, you've got to be a little bit more aware of the situation on the field. It's hard with ball because there's so much field. You get across it so fast. I get it, but you got to be a little more aware of the situation on the field in terms of, wait, how many enemies are there? Because that's 3 different times where you're kind of going too aggressive. You're going, aha, on mode, I'm going in, etc. When no, dial it back. You can't do that anymore. You've got to either take flanks or, play a little safer, contesting the art, holding the space that matters, etc. Hope that helps. If you guys are interested in getting coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below. And down there, you'll be able to see my rates, connect with other people, all that good stuff. Or if you're just liking the content, please do feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks. Temporal out.